And there we go. So welcome guys to our channel. If you have not subscribed, please make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification so you can be notified when we record, when we go live or when we record a new training, so you don't miss out, guys. So go ahead and do that right now while I try to get all the students on here. Just making sure everybody's in here now. I know there's a lot of guys online. So make sure you guys are everybody's in here now. So make sure you guys are all set. I'm just trying to see, make sure everybody's in now. While everybody gets on, let's wait. As you can see from the heading of our discussion today, it's 400 an hour. Okay, so basically I have many students who are on here right now, and I have 3 of them that I've picked up out of the crowd. There's so many of them in right now. And the first student has a question for me. It's how to make $400 an hour. The second question from another student is their goal is to make 100K per year. And then another student who is more, has bigger dreams, bigger goals. Their question is, how can we get to 1 million per year? So we're going to try to tackle all these 3 questions in this session. And for those of you who have been watching us in the past series, you can see we've been talking about trading. Okay. This is trading. You learn how to trade options, stocks, crypto, Forex, any other assets online. I know some of you are into Forex. Some of you are trading gold. Others are trading indices. Others are trading commodities like oil, crude oil, so many. And then some of you are into stocks. Some of you are trading normal stocks. Some of you are trading futures. Some of you are into the futures markets, okay, where you buy contracts and stuff like that on crude oil, on gold, on metals like platinum and things like that. Corn. I mean, people trade all kinds of stuff. Corn. Yeah, corn. Yeah, I can see some of you are surprised when I talk about corn. Yes, you buy future contracts, and when it hits your targets, you make the bank. So all these you can learn in the Smart Wolf Club. Okay, so if you're not a member of the Smart Wolf Club, the link is in the description, guys. Go ahead and join. You just need your name, your email address, and you can pick your masterclass that you want to learn. Whatever you want to learn. You want to learn how to trade binary options. You want to learn how to trade options, stocks, crypto, which is the in thing. You can join, and our coaches are going to take you through the trainings, and they're going to work with you to get you to a point where you can be on your own. So I have many students on here, but I've picked some of interest were these 3 topics here, and I'm going to tackle these during our session together right now. So guys, if you are ready, let's see by the show of hands. Let me see by the show of hands. If you are ready, let me know, guys. So let's begin. Okay, so first of all, for you to be able to get to the $400 an hour mark, you must have come from somewhere. So you're starting from point A, going to point B. Okay. So if I can share my screen, hopefully just bear with me here. Let's see if I can share the screen and I can show you guys what I'm talking about. Let's go to screen share, entire screen. Yes. So I'm going to become small. I am small now, and I'm going to bring this. There you go. And you can see the questions that I have picked from some of my students. There's 3 questions here. How to make 400 an hour. And then there's another one who is slightly ambitious. They're looking at how to make 100K per year, which is 6 figures. They're looking at 6 figures. And then we have one student who's been around with us, who is already doing very well, but her goal now is to get to the 1 million per year. And we're going to try to break down this into bite-sized chunks. You know, everything here, if you look at it, the way it is, looking at these numbers, they are pretty overwhelming. Okay, the numbers are pretty overwhelming. If you can see, if you look at it the way they are, it sounds unbelievable. It sounds over ambitious, but trust me, if we break it down and we put the activities together, these are fairly achievable goals, and it's a journey. Okay, so most of us are on the journey. Okay, it's not a destination yet. So for most of our students, this is a journey. Okay, it's not a destination yet. Basically, what I mean is you have to start somewhere from point A going to point B. So first, you have to have your point A, and you have to realize that you're at point A, because some people miss that point, and that's where we talk about the mindset piece. So there's a lot that goes into it. First, you have to make the decisions. You have to become a good student. You have to be coachable. You have to learn the skills. And now you're at point A, and now you want to take off to point B. And point B is where you are looking at your expectation or your goal. Like, for example, this particular student here, let's take the first one. So we're going to start with the first one. Okay, the first one is looking at 400, making $400 an hour. And then there's a second one who's looking at making $100,000 per year. Okay, and then there's another one who's looking at making at least $1 million per year. So she's already gone through all this, and now she's looking at bigger goals, because they keep moving your goals up. Okay, so the goals have to be realistic, you know, like measurable. I mean, specific, measurable. They have to be SMART goals. Okay. So basically, you have to start somewhere. Okay, you gotta. They say 1,000-mile journey starts with a single step. So you gotta start somewhere, guys. And this is the problem. Most people don't get started. So come and join us in the Smart Wolf Club, because we have started. Okay, we don't want to leave you behind. We have started. That's why we're doing this. That's why we are going through these trainings. That's why we are training. That's why every day we have a live going on. So don't miss the lives too, so you can learn this. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and come to the lives and take notes. Okay, like I have my notepad right here. This one cost me $1.25. Okay, and I have a pencil. Okay, so I have a notepad and a pencil right here. This is like 33 cents. Okay, so $1.50. I have my notepad and I have my pencil, so I can write down stuff. The reason I write down stuff is because the mind is very interesting. Okay, so I think about something, I put it down on paper, I read it, I see it every day, I look at it, and that kind of reinforces your subconscious and unconscious. If you get, I don't want to go into those details, but they talk about your unconscious and subconscious mind. So for you to understand all these things, you got to put it in practice. That's the main thing, because the master teacher says, if you believe in something, make sure you learn. Okay, so you might need some coaching, you might need some hand holding, you might need somebody to help you, somebody probably who has the experience or who's been there, who's done that. They can help you with that. So that's the coaching part. So the learning part, the learning phase, and you have to be ready to learn. Okay, so you got to learn, humble yourself, learn from somebody who knows what they're talking about, or who's been doing what you want to do, and so they share their experiences so they can shortcut your journey, your learning curve. Because sometimes going out there by yourself, there's so much junk out there, you know, like some people spend time on YouTube, some people spend time on social media, some people buy books. So sometimes you need somebody to tell you exactly, this is what you need to do, this is where you have to step, this is where you have to do to avoid unnecessary, you know, taking unnecessary risks or losses, or wasting time. So they can show you, you know, they share the experiences. You know, most people will tell you, I wish I had known this. It couldn't have taken that long. I wish. So now they are going through the journey. So they already know, if I had done this, this could have been like this. The outcome could be different. So they're sharing their experiences. And of course, whatever they're sharing, you know, you gotta use your due diligence. Okay, so make sure you make your own decisions. Because, for example, most of the things that we do, like online trading, digital marketing, and it's not only online, even offline businesses, it's very risky, because if you're going to invest, let's say, your money, your hard-earned dollars, there's a potential for you to lose your hard-earned dollars, because any business, there's no guarantee, really. There's nobody who can ever guarantee you that you can put $1 here and make $10 here. There are no such guarantees. It's not lottery, you know. The markets can change. We don't control that. And if you've listened to our trainings before, we always tell you to go into these trades or into these marketing campaigns or into this business with money that you can afford to lose. If you can't afford to lose it, then don't do it. Okay. And now, sometimes you may have to lose. Okay. So you have to be prepared for something like that. Sometimes you get started and you actually lose your money. Boom. It doesn't matter how many years you've been trading, how many years, how beautiful your coach is, or how handsome the coach is, or how experienced the coach is. You can lose your money. They do not control the market. They do not control events. The events that we cannot control, like what? Government decisions. Politicians can come up and make a rule, a law that can just affect you negatively. Or you could have a change of something, you know, catastrophic. Pandemics, natural disasters, for example. Like right now, there's a hurricane going. Florida is on evacuation mode. It's an emergency down there because, and we cannot control it. We can't stop it. We know it's coming, but we cannot stop it. I mean, we are so powerless that we cannot. These are called natural disasters, but you can be prepared. Okay, sometimes, you know, they have the technology to warn you way in advance, but sometimes we cannot prepare for things like that, and this can blow up the internets, can blow up the electricity, and then you are rendered, you lose. If it's a business, let's say it's a brick and mortar business, you could lose your business. An entire village could be wiped out. Landslide, hurricanes, earthquakes, wars, you know, nations, aggression. Like we've talked about this before. For example, Iran, Israel, there's some flames going up there. We don't know what's going to happen. For example, you know, Israel threatening to attack Iran. We don't know what they're going to do. Nobody knows, right? So you never know. That could affect the markets negatively too. Just the idea of the aggression that can affect the markets negatively. So guys, before we get into this, I'm just preparing you so that you know whatever we say here, whatever I'm sharing with you guys is not financial advice. Okay, I'm putting a disclaimer. Very important that we say this, because people get excited. Okay, when people see numbers like this, people get carried away. But just know, I'm going to put a disclaimer. This is not financial advice. It's not investment advice. It's not professional advice. This is our experience. This is what some of our members are doing. And you can take this with a pinch of salt, okay? And you can do your own due diligence. And always remember, there's a risk, a big element of risk, okay? There's no guarantees that you're going to achieve the same results, because, of course, you have to put in some work. These are not get-rich-quick schemes. This is something that you deliberately have to put an effort. You have to change the way you do things for you to get to, let's say, $400 an hour. We have a lot of students on here. Let me ask, there's some of you who are serious professionals, overqualified in your fields. How many of you make $100 an hour? Let me see by the show of hands. Not many. Out of all the people who are on here, the show of hands, very few people, okay? Maybe 3 or 4. And these are probably like serious professionals, lawyers. Maybe an hour, they charge you $400 an hour for consultation. Some serious online, I see some serious online entrepreneurs, okay, just for consultation, they'll charge you at least $400 an hour. Some serious doctors will charge that, or even more, because some of them are super specialized in what they do, some form of surgeries, and they'll charge, yes, enormous amount of money for their surgeries. But this is something they have learned over many, many years. So there is individuals out there who make 400 an hour. And then we have online, in the online field, in the online scenario, oh, there's many people who make $400 an hour and over. Many people, because you see some 18-year-olds showing you that they're actually being able to do that just by learning a skill online that pays a lot. Okay. Some of them are just because of this skill they have learned. So there are certain skills that can pay you that much, but it takes time to learn that. So how can you make that from just being a layperson, from off the streets, boom, into the online world, and now you want to make $400 an hour? How can you do that? There are many ways you can do that, and we are learning some of them, and you can join us. We teach those in the Smart Wolf Club. And one of the easiest ways is to learn how to trade. Okay, you can learn how to trade. Many things you can trade. I just mentioned a few of them. You can learn how to trade stocks. You can learn how to trade options. You can learn how to trade the Forex market, which is a huge market, trillions of dollars traded every single day. Digital currencies, like the crypto, for example. Some of you are experts in trading crypto. And then some of you are really speculators, excellent speculators on meme coins that give you 100x, 100,000x. You know, you buy a meme coin at 0.0000 cents, and within, they pump it up in few minutes, and it's up to $1, and you've just 100x your amount. So some of you survive on that, and you make lots of money an hour. Now we have people who are experts in meme coins, citing, and of course, the converse is right, because they lose lots of money too. Because sometimes these pumps go the other way around. You get in and boom, it collapses. Okay, you get in late, so timing is a key thing here with meme coins. And so, how can we make $400 an hour using some strategies that we have been talking about? So making $400 an hour, how can we make $400 an hour? Now, we can make $400 an hour from, it might not be easy, okay? It might not be easy for a lot of our students, because we have a lot of students from all over the world. Some of our students live under $1 per day. So just imagine, how can I take somebody who is living under $1 a day and show them how to make $400 an hour? What must change? Mindset. Okay, I see some of you are saying the mindset. The vehicle. Okay, yeah, probably what they are doing to make $1 a day is not going to work for this. Okay, yeah, they're probably doing some hard labor. This may not require hard labor. It may require a skill. You got to learn a certain skill. This is more for skilled individuals. And I think just before this, previously, I've already mentioned, I asked how many people are making $400 an hour, and very few people raised their hands. And most of them are actually skilled, highly specialized. Yeah, when you start getting to $400 an hour, even $300 an hour, you must have a very serious skill for somebody to pay you $400 an hour. So I looked at the students we have, the members in our club. You can see the few that rose their hands are either serious professionals, like lawyers. Some lawyers charge that much an hour just to sit, talk to you. Some professionals in the medical health field, okay, just 1 hour consultation, they'll charge you $400. And then in the online world, it's not uncommon to see people charging $400 for an hour for their time consultation. Okay, like you find some YouTube experts just for them to review your YouTube channels and tell you what to do and things that you have to improve on. They will comfortably charge you $400 an hour just to sit with you and review your stuff. We also have like some people who are into e-commerce, for example, somebody to review your store and advise you on your marketing campaigns or your advertising campaigns, your TikTok ads, your Instagram ads, your Facebook ads. They will comfortably charge you more than $400 an hour. And people are willing to pay that on the online world. But in an offline world, in an office, I don't think there's a job that you can just apply online with your, let's say, 4-year degree, and they tell you, okay, we'll be paying you $400 an hour. There'll be very few. If there's any, let me know. Leave that on the comments. Guys, for those of you who are watching right now, you can put it in the chat box. If there is any job out there you can find on these job platforms like Indeed, Zip Recruiters, show me if there's a job that actually pays $400 an hour. Let me see if there's any. Please put that on the chat box for our members to see. Put that on the comments. Those of you who are going to watch the replay on YouTube, please, if you don't mind, this is really a favor you can do to me. Just put a name of a job out there which we can find, let's say an opportunity, Indeed, or any of the job markets, job platforms, Zip Recruiters. If there's a job that pays $400 an hour that doesn't require a super skill like what I'm talking about, like maybe a serious surgeon, maybe a serious I know in the online world it's not uncommon to even somebody charge you $1,000 for 1 hour just to consult with you, to look at maybe your website, or to look at your Instagram pages, or to look at your Facebook pages or your Facebook group, help you set up your. And in the trading world also, when we talk about trading the markets, it's not uncommon for somebody to charge you over $400 an hour just to review some of your campaigns, okay, your marketing campaigns, your trading style, for somebody to show you where to tweak your trading. Yeah, some of them will charge you thousands, really. Yeah, $1,000, $2,000 for an hour to consult with you. But these are skills that have a very high potential paying you back 10 times, 4 times, 100 times what you're paying, okay? But in the job markets, the job where you go to college, get a degree, and apply for a job that pays you $400 an hour, man, let me know. I'm curious, really. I am really, really curious now. Other than my members being curious, other than our members also being curious in the smart, I am curious. Put that in the comment section. If there's any job out there that's actually paying $400 an hour, this is a job that you go to, maybe a 9 to 5 or 9 a.m., 9 p.m. to 9 a.m. in the morning, night job that is paying $400 an hour at that rate. Let me know. Let me know. However, most of our members who are on here, these are people who are looking for the easy way. They're looking for an easier way of earning incomes. Most of the members are people looking for something they can do online, location freedom, time freedom, where they can make this money without having been glued to their chairs for 9 to 8 hours, 10 hours, something like that. That's what they're looking for. So what type of skills can you learn that can help you make at least $400 an hour? There are many skills, and we are learning them here. It's a journey, as I told you. Most of us are on the journey, okay? We are not at a destination yet. It's very important. So we are learning together. You join the group, and we are learning every single day, even though some of us have been online for many, many years, since 1998, but we are still learning. Because why? The master teacher says you have to learn continuously. The day you stop learning, you're dead meat. As long as you're alive, as long as you're kicking, as long as you're breathing, you have to continuously learn. And he continues to say that if you believe in something, make sure you learn, practice, and teach others. Because if you teach others, you get better. The teacher gets better. Every time you teach somebody a skill or something, a strategy. We talk about strategies when it comes to trading, marketing, online. You hear people throwing these big words like strategies, things like that. So we're talking about strategy, marketing strategy, branding strategy. Your branding, how do you brand yourself online or even offline? We talk about strategy. When it comes to marketing, businesses, we talk about branding. Okay? We talk about branding strategy, marketing strategy, trading strategy, and they'll go down to, like, let's say, options trading strategy, stocks trading strategy. People talk about these words, stocks strategy. So what is this strategy? So strategy basically is like what we've been going through. Okay, like for those of you who've been around with us in our lives, we talk about a very simple strategy that we use for our trading, and we call it the KISS strategy. I'm sorry, yeah, KISS, KISS. And some of you are asking, what is the KISS strategy? It's very, I'm sorry to say this, but it is literally keep it simple, stupid strategy. Okay. Now, what are the tenets? What are the aspects of keeping it simple? The idea is we want to keep it as simple as possible, such that even my 16-year-old or my 99-year-old grandmother can learn this, take it and run with it, and be able to replicate and make money, achieve results. Okay. So now, trying to answer these questions here, my student wants to know how to make $400 an hour. So we're going to go to the KISS strategy and see how we can use the KISS strategy to make that type of money. So let's go to the KISS strategy and let's see how we are going to use the KISS strategy, which is right here. Okay. Now, some of you have been around, have been attending our lives, and you know what the KISS strategy is. And we're going to take some trades, guys. So stay up to the end of the training. We're going to take some trades just to show you guys how you can actually get to that $400 an hour. You can be making $400 an hour. So we're going to combine all this, and then I'm going to answer the other two questions very, very simply. Okay. So it wouldn't be too long. It might be an hour or two. It doesn't matter. The time we are done, we'll be done. Okay. So the KISS strategy, keep it simple strategy, is very, very simple. That's why we call it keep it simple strategy. Okay. So I'm going to take an example here of what one of my students is working on right now. Okay. So one of my students has a target daily profit of 3%. Okay. Now, some of you, 3% might sound very little, but my goodness, this is a massive, massive percentage. Okay. If you go around, do your own research, check with your bank, check with your credit union, check with your investment, whatever your hedge fund manager or whoever is managing your retirement savings, whatever monies you're saving, ask them if you ever make 3% a day. Most of them are going to tell you that is impossible. Why? Because it is not common to make 3% a day. Because you know what does 3% a day translate to? Okay. 3% a day, my goodness, this is massive, guys. Let me show you what that translates to. 3% a day. Let's bring up the good old calculator, Google calculator, which is free. So if you're making 3% per day, let's say you do that in 30 days, a month. Guys, you're talking about 90% growth. So for example, if you had $100, let's say if you started with $100, and you're doing 3% per day growth rate, I can show you how much it would be in 90 days, especially if you're doing what we call the compounding. So with the KISS strategy, you guys can see the aspects of KISS strategy are very simple. First, you define your target, your daily profit target, 3%. Okay, so this student is doing what we call 3%. Now, to me, this is a fair deal because 3% means they have a moderate risk appetite. Now, I've introduced a very, very important aspect of all this risk. The element of risk is real, guys. Okay, anything that you're going to do in terms of trying to generate money, I have learned over time, and I'm still learning now, that there's a lot of risk involved. Okay, you take your money, you put it here, they tell you it's going to earn you this amount, it's going to earn you 10% every 90 days. Geez, God, you are exposing yourself to massive risk, and you can lose that money. Okay, so that is something you're going to learn, and that's something that I'm sharing with you guys, that anytime you are out there, anytime you put your money in a position where it's going to earn you a revenue, there is an element of risk involved, and you can lose your investment, part of it, or your entire investment. because whatever vehicle you're using to generate that income, you probably don't have a lot of control. Because let's say if it is a marketing, let's say a marketing campaign, digital marketing campaign. So let's say you're taking a product and you did your research and you realize, okay, I can put $10 and make 3% on my $10 every single day, for example. So, and then maybe I have to start an advertising campaign, and my budget is probably $20 a day. I put my $10, I spend $20 on advertisements, and I'm able to make 3% every single day. Okay. So at some point, I'm going to break even, and at some point, I'm going to start making profit. So basically, your return on investment is going to be key. So you got to sit down and calculate your numbers. Okay. So once you know your numbers, then you're set, because it's just the main thing. Because now you know your numbers. Do they make sense? Okay. They make sense. Then you fire the engine and you start your marketing campaign. Now, marketing campaign, let's say you're doing some advertising. So you're probably using platforms that we know, and these are third-party platforms. So there already you give up your control, because they can take your money and they can cancel your campaigns, or your campaigns can go, they can change the algorithms, they can change a lot of things. So you don't really have control on that. Same thing with those, let's say, who go into trading. You put your $10 in an account, okay? Let's say a platform, options trading platform. You put your $10, and your goal is to make 3% every single day. And of course, you start following your trading strategy, whatever it is, and you are trading, or you use our key strategy, and you start trading. So day 1, you make a profit. Day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, and then day 7, something happens, because you don't have control of the market. Something catastrophic happens. Maybe an unfavorable government decision. The reserve, the Feds come up with an unfavorable interest rate policy rate, whatever. They increase the rates or they lower the rates. The job markets change, politically things change, boom, you lose. Okay, your campaigns start going down and you start losing money. Okay, so that happens too. Okay, another thing, it could be catastrophic, something, natural that you cannot control, that you cannot be able to trade again, or the markets have gone down and you have your trades up here on a loss going into the negatives, and you're forced to close your trades in the negatives and you have lost. Okay. So something that you have no control about. Now, those things happen, guys. So this discussion we're having is so important, just to prepare you guys for what you're getting yourselves into. Keep your expectations in check. Okay. So you have to have high expectations. At the same time, in the back of your mind, just know there's always an element of risk. And that's why we're talking about risk here. That's why I said the word risk is so important. You may need to underline that. Okay. Risk management 101. Key. Never risk more than you can afford to lose. Okay. If we can't afford to lose it, we are not going to risk it. Okay. We have learned that the hard way, and we are still learning that the hard way. Okay. So never ever risk more than you can afford to lose. So the other aspect of the key strategy is the 1% trading rule. Now, what do we mean by the 1% trading rule? So basically we say, okay, if my investment is $100, okay, I scramble up, I save up some money, boom, I get to $100. I decide, okay, fine, I found a strategy that I'm going to use to grow my $100 by 3% every single day. Okay, so I'm going to start from $100. Every day, I'm going to do this one single activity, 1 hour per day, or 2 minutes per day, 5 minutes, whatever time you have, 3 hours per day. Some people have more time than others, because we are all busy. I know time is a resource that we cannot get back once we lose it. And time, never let anybody waste your time, guys. This is my advice. We are not going to let anybody waste our time. We have had that happen so many years, so many times, that now we have learned your time is the most valuable thing. Don't let anybody waste your time, guys. Okay, so just focus, anchor down, and you will reap the rewards if you anchor down. Okay, so don't let anybody waste your time. I do know a lot of people have people wasting their time because maybe you have a lot of friends, circles that just waste your time. The sooner you realize that, the better, guys. You can change your circles, and of course, you can always save yourself a lot of time that way. Okay, so if you realize anybody is wasting your time, please, you can change that circle. Okay, so 1% trading rule, what does that mean? Let's say I have $100. They tell you it will be stupid of you, that's the word, lack of better word, for us to go in with $100. If I only have $100 to start my campaigns, I am not going to risk the whole $100. Why? I'm not going to risk the entire $100 because we've learned the hard way. Okay, you put your entire $100 and you lose all of it. So then what? You're left frustrated. You're left in a loss. So this is what's going to save us. The KISS strategy is what is going to save us, guys. Boys and girls, this is what's going to save us. Okay? The KISS strategy. This is what is going to save us. You can see it right here. Target daily profit 3%. This is just an example, okay? Some of you have a higher risk appetite. This is for a student who I think has a moderate risk appetite. I do have some students who have a lower risk appetite, so they go for things like 1.5, okay? Some people even go for 1% every single day, because 1% every single day translates to 30% in a month. We did that in a Google calculator right here. If you don't know how to do that, it's very simple. So if I'm getting 1% every single day, multiply that by 30. No, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I'm just saying 1% every day. So times 30 days, it's going to be 30%. Times 12 in a year, it's going to be 360%. Now, we're going to introduce another element. This makes it way, way bigger than what it is there. We are going to use the old power. Does any one of you know what is the oldest power out there in the world? Oldest power? Does any one of you know what is the oldest power out there? One billionaire says it very well. He summarizes it and says, those who know it, earn it, and those who don't understand it, pay it. What is that called? It's the compound, the power of the compound interest, okay? One billionaire says, those of you who understand compound interest, they earn it. Those who don't understand it, they pay compound interest. You want to be on the side that understands it so you can start earning it. Now, do we understand it? We are on a journey, guys. We are learning to understand compound interest. We are starting to appreciate the power of compound interest. You can come and join us in the Smart Proof Club by subscribing. Subscribe to the channel, join the group. We learn together, we grow together, we cry together, we lose together, we win together, okay? Compound growth strategy. So we're going to use this old power, okay? So how many things have we talked about so far? We've talked about having a very simple strategy to make money online, offline. First, we got to find our simplest strategy. And why are we calling it simple? Because if it is complicated, then we're going to quit at some point. We want to make it simple. Why do we want to make it simple? Making it simple, how do we know what is the yardstick? What is the test, means test for a simple strategy? If my 16-year-old cannot use the strategy comfortably, if my 99-year-old grandmother, okay, maybe that's an exaggeration. But what I'm trying to tell you is that it has to be so simple. The strategy has to be so simple that anybody out there in their right mind can apply it, they can replicate it and achieve some good result, achieve the results. If they cannot, if it is complicated, it is too many moving parts, then it's not going to work, okay? Trust me, okay? We've been around, some of us have been online since 1998. There comes a time when you have these complicated strategies, and not many people make it in those type of strategies. Okay, there's so many moving parts. Just putting it all together is such a complicated thing. That doesn't work. So this shouldn't be rocket science. This should be some basic ABC D plus 1 plus 1 equals 2. That's the type of strategy you want to adopt. 1 plus 1 equals 2. The more simpler it is, the easier for you to make a profit online. The more difficult it is, the more moving parts it has, the more difficult, the higher the chances of something breaking down. You know, it's like having a machine with so many moving parts. It's very easy for one little pin to be loose and the entire machine is not working. And it will be so difficult to find out where this loose nut, where this loose pin is when you have thousands of parts to go through. But imagine if you have a machine that only has 2, 3, 4 moving parts, it's very easy to isolate where the problem is, okay? Because you can easily look at it and say, okay, fine, I think this is the loose end. Let's tighten this nut and everything starts running again. So that's basically how it is with a strategy. The more simpler it is, the easier it is. Now, it is very hard to find simple strategies because most of the gurus out there, they want to make it complicated so that they can make money out of you by selling you whatever strategy they have, selling you the course, selling you the training. So they make it really complicated, okay? So they tell you, okay, yeah, you can join my club. I'll show you how to do this, blah, blah. They just make it unnecessarily complicated. And some people like to use big words, jargon, you know, they call it the professional jargon. So they look smarter, they look more educated, and they look more experts, more sophisticated, okay? It shouldn't be that hard unless you're dealing with the we have friends here, we have students here who are lawyers and doctors. Yeah, they use such languages, jargon, legal or medical, you know, but we leave that to the professionals. In our case here, all we want to do, our goal is very simple. Come in here, take a campaign, take a marketing campaign, a digital marketing campaign, take a trade strategy, whatever. Make it as simple as possible. We don't want anything complicated, okay? Because we are not trying to. Our goal is very simple. Put in $1, make $2, make $3, make $4, make $5, whatever. The sky's the limit there. But basically, our goal is to come in, put in whatever we have, whatever little amount of money we have, put it in the market, and let's grow that. How do we grow that? We use a compound growth strategy, which is what we call the old power. So we're going to take advantage of the old power, okay? We're so using a 1% trading rule. Why is it so important that you use a particular trading rule? Because now this controls something. This keeps your greed and fear in check, okay? Because those are the biggest negatives that you're going to have. Greed will kill you, okay? The greedy cat. You don't want to be the greedy cat in the room, okay? That will finish you, okay? So greed will kill you, okay? It will make you lose your trades. It's going to throw away your reasoning capacity. It's going to cloud your thinking. It's going to make you very emotional. So if you are trading and you lose, you're going to be panicking. You're going to be anxious because of your greed. Okay, so if we have a rule defined, we're only going to use risk 1% of our account. We call it the 1% trading rule. This is going to keep your fear in check. This is going to keep you grounded. This is going to make sure there are no butterflies in your stomach when you take the trades or when you fire up that marketing campaign or that advertising campaign. You're only using 1% of your total investments. For example, if I go to the Google advertising platform, I put $200, and when I start my first campaign, I'm not going to risk the whole $200. I'm going to just use 1% of that. 1% of 200 is $2. Now, I could decide, okay, fine, I'm not going to use $2. I'm comfortable using $20, which is 10% of my account. That means I have now increased my risk to 10%, okay? Now, how do I feel about that? Those are questions, those are very individualistic questions. So you're going to ask yourself, how does that make me feel? Am I willing to risk my $20 for whatever outcome there is, because you'll have looked at your numbers. Okay, you'll have defined your numbers. So basically what I'm saying is, before we start doing any campaign, before we start trading, whether it is trading, whether it is digital marketing campaign where we're putting in money for advertising dollars, whether we're taking TikTok ads, we have a TikTok shop, e-commerce shop, e-commerce store, we have a TikTok, we are promoting a product on TikTok, and we are using TikTok ads. We teach all these in our digital marketing masterclass, by the way, because I know some of you are asking, oh, what are these TikTok ads you're talking about? You learn those in the digital marketing masterclass. TikTok ads, Snapchat ads, Pinterest ads, Instagram ads, YouTube ads. I know a lot of you spend time on YouTube, and what do you get? Interruptions, right? Every time you're watching a long YouTube video, there's so many interruptions. All these guys trying to advertise the things that you were searching a few minutes ago, because now they start targeting you and they're advertising to you. So people are paying for those advertisements. So if you watch that advertisement, somebody pays based on how competitive that is, and YouTube makes money that way. Okay. Now, if you go ahead and buy the product, then whoever, the vendor, the person who is paying for the advertising, makes money from you that way, and they're able to pay for their campaigns. Okay. Because, they work with numbers. They know maybe if they show their advertisement to 100 people, one person is going to buy, and this one person is able to pay for the rest of the people who did not buy. That's how they price they are pricing their offers. So the offers are well priced. They have looked at their numbers. They know their ROI. Okay. And these platforms give you the breakdown. They tell you, okay, we showed 1,000 people your ad, 100 people clicked on it, and then one person purchased, converted. They call it conversion, the conversion rate. So these are the jargons you have to learn. Simple things. Conversion rate. Okay. So we are converting at 1%. Okay. Out of 100 people, 1%. Now, if you get better, 3%. If you get really good, if it is a really good offer, you might be converting at 3%, 5%, 10%. That means for every 100 people click your link, so then YouTube will be showing more and more people like that. And now they have what they call the audience. So YouTube also, the algorithms are quickly to learn that, okay, if we show this advertisement to this type of people, this demographics, maybe if we show this to single ladies, stay-home mom, this is the conversion rate. So it's going to start targeting those people more with your ad. Okay. And that way you get your ROI starts going up, because when you start initially, you're probably losing money in the beginning until you optimize. They call it optimization. Until now your ad is fully optimized. Now you know your audience. Now you can clearly target certain ages. You can just say maybe 45 to 64-year-olds, okay, who want to become healthy, wellness, vitamins. So maybe you have a wellness product and things like that. So basically, we're talking about targeting, trading, compound, and we are talking about using these rules. So in a nutshell, what have I been saying? You must define the rules of your game. Every single game must have its own rules. Okay. So these are the rules of the KISS strategy, which we are going to use in our favor. Okay. So one which I didn't talk about is the hedging. So what does the hedging do? Well, hedging is like insurance, guys. Okay. Like insurance. I know most of you are aware what insurance is, and most of you don't like to hear the word insurance because you feel like it's the rip-off of the century is insurance. Okay. Somebody told me insurance companies do not lose. Okay. So you're paying the premiums for whatever form of insurance. It doesn't matter what type of insurance you have. They do not lose. That's what somebody told me. They don't lose. They make you pay for it. Okay. But it's apparently a necessary evil. Okay. So insurance is there. So hedging strategy. So this is our form of insurance. Okay. So when I go into a campaign, okay, so a marketing campaign, you're going to have to set a hedge, some sort of insurance, just in case the campaign does not go my way. Okay. what type of insurance do I have? What type of recourse do I have to mitigate the losses? Okay, because I'm gonna be in a loss anyway. If I start a campaign and it goes the other way around, then I'm losing my funds, my advertising dollar, for example. But of course, using the rules here, this is money that you can lose. You can afford to lose, right? Because you're only using a small percentage of your account. So let's say I put $200. I'm willing to lose $200 for the campaign, the marketing campaign. That is what we call the cost of doing business. So you start an advertising campaign, you set aside advertising dollars. Let's say you say $200 is my advertising cost. Okay, I want to advertise this offer, this product, this service, this affiliate product, or this trading. I'm starting my trading on this platform. Okay, Pocket Options, for example. Those of you in trading options, you say, okay, I'm going to start with $200. I put $200 on my trading account. That means I am willing to lose the $200. Whatever happens, if I lose it, I am not going to kill myself. Okay, because I can afford to lose it. Okay, it is not going to affect me in any way. Okay, may make me a little sad because I didn't want to lose it, but it's not going to affect me in a negative way. It's not going to make me lose my shirt. It's not going to make me lose some sleepless over it. Okay, this is money that I knew I could afford to lose. Okay, so I put my $200 on the marketing campaign. Now, for some of you, $200 is nothing. But for some people, $200, I mean, we have a lot of students here, and you'll see that our trades are always with very small accounts because we have students who live in our group. Some of them come from countries. We have students from all over the world, okay? Like Mr. Singh is on here from Bombay, India, one of our coaches, right? He's been with the Smart Wolf Cup for over 17 years. He has a huge group. Some of those guys live under $1 per day, okay? Recently, we were in Africa. Okay, we have Malemala from Cape Town, South Africa. We have Omosas from Lagos, Nigeria. We have Peter from Nairobi, Kenya. Now, some of these guys, they'll tell you, they're groups. Some people live under $1 per day. Okay, so if you tell somebody $200, that's a lifetime saving for them. Okay, that means they have saved over years to get to $200. So, are they willing to risk the $200? Not really. Okay, they cannot afford to do that. So maybe they can afford to lose $10. So they start trading with a $10 account. Now, so you're going to show them that here's your $10. Are you willing to risk your $10? They say yes. Okay, first, we're going to use a key strategy. So we're going to use a 1% trading rule. So for your $10, we're going to use 1% of that to start trading. So we can grow it to a substantial amount using the compound growth strategy. And how are we going to mitigate our losses? If we take a trade and it goes the opposite direction, we're going to try to mitigate our losses by using the hedge, which is our insurance. So we take a trade and we insure that with a hedge so that if it goes the other way around, we are not left holding an empty basket. Okay? So maybe we just break even or we just stay where we are. Okay? We just stay where we are. We just preserve. So hedging is more of a capital preservation strategy. I do know if you go into the traders, the serious professional traders, they use jargon like that. They'll talk about capital preservation methods. Okay. So one of the methods is hedging. And as a result of this word, we have what we call hedge fund managers. Hedge fund managers. This emanates from the word hedging. And what do they basically do? That's basically what they do. They take your money, okay, you give them your money willingly, you sign off your money, your retirement money, or whatever your retirement company is, they put your money under a hedge fund manager. So what the hedge fund manager does is he takes your money, puts it into the market, and they use this strategy to preserve your capital. Okay, they preserve a capital and also get you some interest, earn you some income or some profit. Okay, So at the end of the year, they report maybe 8 to 10% growth on your, if you're lucky, that is. Some of them will report as low as 5%, 3%. So it's not much, but they hedge they're called hedge fund managers because basically they hedge they hedge your savings, whatever you're putting in there, they hedge, they go to the market and they use this strategy, okay? So they take a trade, okay? So if they're trading, let's say they go into the stock market or the Forex market or futures, whatever they are trading, it doesn't matter. Some of them will be trading crypto now. It's a new thing now. We have ETFs. So there's a lot of them now going into crypto, which is a more risky asset. So they decide what percentage of your savings they're going to put in portfolio is going to go into, they decide the percentages. Maybe 70%, they'll put it in a very safe, like bonds, things that are much safer, okay? And then maybe 30% is what they're going to put into risky markets like ETFs, crypto ETFs or something like that. So they work out their mathematics, okay? If you want us to spend some time, we can go into details of how they determine this, okay? So basically they tell you, Mr. So-and-so, okay, what is your risk tolerance? What is your age? They look at things like that. They say, okay, fine, look, based on what you're telling us, I think we can do well if this is how we're going to split your savings or your investments. This is what we're going to do. Okay, so we're going to have maybe 25% in very risky, maybe 30% in more stable, and then maybe 80%, another 40% in very safe type of investments. And then, of course, something into stocks and stuff like that. Okay, so they determine in a nutshell what they're going to do. And then what they do is they basically go be hedging your money. So because they're handling, most of these guys are handling millions of dollars. Okay, so if they take a trade, they put your money in a pool and they take these trades, with your money plus other people's money plus other companies' money. So they have millions of dollars in their disposal. So they make these decisions. They're called market movers. They can move the market by just one guy can take a trade, and if he closes in the negative, he can actually move the market that particular day. He can move the whole asset. So that's why they're called hedge fund managers, because they will never close a trade in a loss. Okay, so what they do is they take a trade. They say, okay, the product is going up. They take a trade in that direction. If the product is going negative, they're going to take another trade going into the opposite direction. And they do that all day long. And all they do is check what is going on in the market. They study the market, the fundamentals, they're experts in that, and that's how they manage. So that's where the hedging comes in. So hedging is more of like insurance, okay? So they use that strategy. So it's to prevent losses, unnecessary losses, okay? So basically you're trying to prevent a loss, because you could make a decision. You could do all your analysis, okay? You could do all your research, but the market can turn against you, okay? So what insurance do you have? What are you going to fall back? So we're going to fall back on a hedge trade. If it's a trade, we're going to hedge our trade. So for example, if in Forex, we took a long trade, okay? Let's go to Forex. Let me show you a Forex chart, how it looks like here. We bring up Trading View. Okay, if you don't have Trading View, for those of you who are into trading, it's a free resource. I can put the link in the description. Trading View has been used worldwide. You can even have a mobile app. You can download it. And from here, you can analyze the markets. For example, those of you who are into crypto, BTC, USDT, you can see here, this is Bitcoin. This is a Bitcoin chart. USDT is a stable coin, Tether. So those of you who are trading BTC, USDT, you can see right now the Bitcoin is at $61. Okay, this is a 4-hour chart. So this would be more of a swing trader, okay? A swing trader analyzing the Bitcoin USDT at the 4-hour chart. Swing trade means it may take a couple of days, maybe 4 or 5 days, 5 to 8 days before this trade actually matures, if you're basing your trade on 4-hour chart. So looking at it right now, you can see, for example, there's a red candle right here. That means Bitcoin is going down, okay? You could see at some point it was up here, at some point it was up here, and now it's right here. And this blue line is our EMA 8 period 8, okay? EMA, it is exponential moving average. So we're using a moving average here. Okay, we don't want that. We are using that moving average, okay? So you can see what I'm talking about. I removed it. If you remove it, that's what you see. And if you expand, you can see what's going on. Every individual candle here. You can see a fat red candle here is formed. There was a fat red candle here. There was a green candle, fat red candle. So showing that it is going down. It's a 4-hour chart. If we look at the weekly, you can see, where is the weekly? Again, you can see the weekly looking. Look at the weekly. You can see that too. It's still red. Okay. The weekly is red. That's the higher time frame. Let's look at the monthly. It is red. You can see that. Let's look at the yearly. We are curious. 6 months, 12 months. 12 months, it's green. Okay. You can see the 12-month one is green. So basically, by just looking at the charts alone, we can draw a conclusion. So in 1 year, Bitcoin has been green for the last 1 year. So basically, it started from here, and right now it's up here. So it's gone up big time. It started at this point here. This point was 42. You can see it was 42 right here. You see the numbers are down here. If you come here, you can see it was 42, and now Bitcoin is around 61. So a year ago, Bitcoin was at 42, and now it's at 61. What is that? That's like 50% growth. Yep, almost 50%. So in 1 year, if, for example, you had just bought 1 Bitcoin a year ago and held on to it, you'll now be 50% up. Not bad, guys. Not bad. So for some of those managers out there, that's what they would do. They would put your money, your life savings into Bitcoin as a risky asset, probably. And they just hold it for a year, and there you go. Right now, they'll be telling you, okay, you made 50% on your Bitcoin, on your portfolio. You made 50% on the risky asset part. And you'll be happy to pay them millions of dollars to do that for you. Okay? Not bad, guys. All right, so let's go back to our topic of discussion here, because I know most of you are curious to see how to make $400 an hour, 100,000 in a year, and 1 million in a year, which is big time for most of us. Big time. $1 million in a year, that is big time. It's going to give us a lot of freedom, guys. It's going to put you in an elite club, the 1 percentile earners in the world. 1%. Now, does age matter? It doesn't matter. You can start this anytime. Some of us are not young. We are starting that when we are old. Some of you are very lucky. We see 18-year-olds online making $1 million a year, just like a piece of cake. So let's join this journey, guys. Come on in and join us. Let's walk this journey together, man. It's a journey. It's a journey. Jump on the ship. The ship has already left, but it's never too late, guys, to jump on, okay? It is never too late to jump on. Never too late to jump on. Okay? I'm just looking at the code, guys, because somebody's asking me, what are you doing? I'm looking at the moving average code, which is interesting. Yeah, you can see it tells you it's a moving average exponential. It shows you the inputs, everything, the source code. Marvelous. All right, we are back here now. You can see, because I see most people are not interested in this, but these are the skills we're talking about. You learn how to make this code, my friend. You can easily charge that $400 an hour, guys. This, how to make $400 an hour. If you have the spine, the spine to learn how to do this, this is super specialized to write this code right here, you'd be one in a few in the world, okay, who can do this. Not many people can do this. So if you learn how to do this, create a working copy of this code, my friend. If you know how to modify these codes, how to work on these codes, how to code these things, we need your skill. Your skill is most wanted, guys. The most wanted skill is coders who can code this Pine language. Okay, this is called Pine language. If you can prepare a Pine script, comment below, guys. Okay, comment below. We want you. We need you. Okay, you are needed. You are needed. Your skill is highly appreciated. It's highly needed. And for you, you don't have to struggle about making $400 an hour. That would be a breeze for you. They charge more than that. Okay, they charge in like a contract, maybe just to come up with an indicator like this, somebody to code an indicator for you like this. Yeah, they're going to charge you a few thousands of dollars. So the 400 an hour is nothing for them. Okay, but this is a super specialized skill. Not many people can learn that. Okay, can do that. Okay, because it requires, you must have a spine to learn these skills. Anyway, so let's go back and answer the question. So how do we make $400 an hour? I'm going to take my students. There's 3 of them. One of them is actually from a country where they live under $1 per day. So she was able to scrape up a few dollars and start trading. Okay, so we're going to take a few trades using the KISS strategy, and then we're going to extrapolate that and see how that can grow into $400 an hour. Okay, so my student comes here. This is her, and let's start. So we're going to use the KISS strategy, guys. I promised you guys we're going to take some trades, and now we're going to take the trades. So we're going to go to this platform that she is trading on. It's called Pocket Option. Okay, the platform is Pocket Option. Okay, Pocket Option. I'm waiting for you guys to bring up your Pocket Option, because these are going to be live trades. You can take the trades alongside us. Okay, are you guys ready with your Pocket Options? Let me see by the show of hands. I know the chat has been, the moderator has done something to the chart so that it doesn't act as a distraction. Okay, so just put when you're ready, just say yes. They can see what you're saying. The other people may not necessarily see what you're saying, but you can see, they can see what you're saying, and they give me the feedback right there and then. Okay, a lot of you are ready now. If you don't have a Pocket Option, we're going to put a link in the description for you to open an account. You get 50% bonus if you use our link. Okay, use our link, you get 50% bonus. It's an affiliate link, so we do get paid by Pocket Options if you use our link. Okay, but the money does not come out of your pocket. Okay, guys? Yeah, it's just a way of us, you getting this 50% bonus. And read the details, because they keep changing the details, the requirements for the 50%. So if you agree to that, you get the 50% bonus. So that means if you put $1, you get $1.50 for you to trade. So my students started at $10 and now they're at $12.76. And now we're going to continue this trade and see how we are going to grow this account to $400. So the first thing you have to do is, again, following the KISS strategy, you have to define your target profit. Okay, so my student is risk, moderate risk. So they're starting from starting point is 12.76. Okay, the goal would be to grow this by 3%. So now we're going to come to our calculator, good old Google calculator, and it is 12.76 times 3%. No, actually, we're going to have to multiply by 103. So we know exactly where we're going to be. So this is where this is our target here, 13.14. Now, I know some of you are like, why? You said $400 an hour. I will show you how you're going to get to the $400 an hour. Just stay put, guys. Okay, so goal is 13.14. And the levels of trading, level 1, we have level 2, level 3. This is the key strategy of trading. There are many key strategies for trading. This is for trading binary options. Then there is one we use for trading Forex, stocks, crypto. They're all different, modified. Okay, so level 1 trade is basically the first level trade. The first trade that you're going to take. The first trade you're going to take, we said it, we're going to follow the key strategy. It's 1% of the trading account. So 1% of 12.76. Guys, if you do the math, it's going to be like point some change. Okay, 12, because the account is so small, but it doesn't matter. You can start small. Okay. See, it's cents. 1% of $12.76 is 12 cents. 12 point, it is this year, 1.276, which is 1.3, 0.13. However, Pocket Options does not allow us to take a cents trade. It's going to allow you to take the minimum you can start trading is $1. Okay, so we're going to have to start with the minimum, which is the $1. So we're going to start with $1. Okay, and we do use a modified martingale, okay, here of 2.5. So that means our level 2 trade, level 2 is going to be, level 2 trade is going to be 2.5. So you multiply what the previous level with 2.5. So level 3 is going to be the previous level, which is 2.5 multiplied by that, and level 4 is going to be, again, the 6.25 times 2.5, 15.63. Okay, so we're going to go to 15.63, 15.63, and then level 5 is going to be this times 2.5. I'm sorry, 2.5, which is 39.06. Okay, so we have 39.06. Okay, now, so far we have described what we're going to be doing. So we are kind of outlining the route that we're going to follow to get to our goals. Okay, this is the route we're going to follow right here. Very important that you have this written down. That's why I told you you must have a notebook and a pen and paper. Now, for some of you who are tech savvy, you can have your notebook on your phone and you can do that digitally. I'm doing it on this notepad here because for the sake of you guys who are online on this live stream right now. But normally I would record all the trades on my notebook here. Okay, written down. Very important that you write down. That has some effect on your emotions, your subconscious. And of course, now we're going to chart the results. So after every trading session, we have to come up with all these trade results and the trade. How many trades do we take? How many did you win? How many? So that next time when you're looking at your previous trades, you can see where you went wrong. And it reinforces your memory. It reinforces your confidence. And of course, it helps you establish your consistency. So you can see when you're being consistent, how are the results different from the previous day, the previous night. Okay. So now we're going to trade. So the first level trade is $1. Now we're going to be trading $1 until we lose the $1. If we lose the $1, we're going to go to level 2. And this is where we're going to hedge our trades so that we can recoup our loss for the $1 and also get a profit. If we lose level 2, then we're going to go to level 3. If we lose level 3, level 4. And level 5 is very risky because this is a big chunk of your account. And it's most likely going to draw you back to more than half of your account. You're going to lose more than half of your account. Now, looking at the amount of money we have right now in the account, we cannot sustain any of these other trades here. Okay. But it's just to show you that you have to define your route. You know, it's like you're flying from Tokyo to Sydney. What do the pilots do? The pilots define the route. They feed that on their flight computers. and the plane flies from Tokyo to Sydney without any problem. Okay, they define every parameter is fed into the computer, and sometimes they engage the autopilot, and the plane can actually literally fly itself to Sydney and land safely. Okay, if everything stays the same. Okay, guys. So basically, that's what we are doing here. We have to chart our path to success. If you don't have these numbers written down, you are going to revenge trade. You're going to be very emotional. You're going to be scared. Your stomach is going to be in your mouth sometimes, and you are going to blow your account very, very easily. A lot of students do that. Now, think about a marketing campaign. Forget about trading now. Let's talk about a marketing campaign. The same thing. If you don't have the numbers written down, how much you're going to spend, how much campaigning, how much you expect from every campaign. If you don't have that clearly defined, then you are going to make careless mistakes. You're going to make careless mistakes. You're going to lose your money, and you're going to say this doesn't work. Okay? So let's have that charted out, and let's go and take a few trades. Just show you that we could do this really easily. So now here we are. So we're going to define our strategy. As you can see here, we don't have any indicators right now on Pocket Options. Now we can bring an indicator. We can bring our moving average. So we're going to bring one, and that's the moving average. You go to this doohickey here, bring the moving average, and we're going to use the 8 EMA. So we're just going to put 8. Let's use the 21 today. Let's use the 21 EMA, and we're going to make it 2 pixels and save. Okay, so we have the 21. Each candle here is 30 seconds. Our trade time will be let's see, it crossed here, it went up, it crossed down, it came back. 1, 2, 3. We are seeing it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Crossed. Let's see, we want to determine the trade time here. So we're going to look at what it's doing in the market. Let's see how the market looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we have that. Let's bring another one. So we can see it crosses that and it stays up, crosses up, and it stays down. Okay, so we're going to have a 1 minute trade time. Okay, so that means we take a trade. 1 minute later, it closes either in a loss or in a win. It doesn't matter. So we're going to start trading with $1 because you can see that was the minimum we could start trading with, which is not good for this small account, but we have to make do with what we have. Okay, $1 is 1% of $100. We don't have $100. This student is starting at $10, and now they're $276. They took some trades earlier, and now, excuse me, we want to continue growing this. Okay, excuse me, guys. Okay, so looking at this, it crossed the moving average and it is going up. So we wait for the new candle to form and we're going to jump in. So right now we have like 14 seconds, 13 seconds, 12 seconds. So when they close above, when the candles close above the moving average, we're going to jump in for a call option. If it closes below, then we're going to jump for a call option. But this is already gone. So let's look for another candle that crosses right away. I don't see any candle crossing right away, so maybe we bring in another one. Let's see, where is that one? Moving average. Let's see if we can make this 8 exponential average. We're gonna make it white. No, maybe make it red. No, there's too many reds. What color is good? No, let's make it red. Make it 2 pixels. And it is saved. Okay, so you can see There you go. So if they cross above, if these moving averages cross each other, so you can see the green one, the red one is above. This one closes below, and this is pointing down. So here we can take a sell trade. Okay, let's see what happens here. Let's bring up more pairs. You guys can see the pairs. Okay, they're right there. We're looking for the ones that are paying 92%, and we are trading the OTCs. Okay, so okay, this is strongly going up, so we can take a upward trade. If that goes up, we just wait for the candle to close. If it's still going up, we are going to go up. This one is facing down now. But the candles are way above they're now below the moving average, showing that it's a downward trend. But you can see it's not that strongly down. Okay, seems like they are going up. So you have to take some time to study the market, because that's what we call TA, or technical analysis, famously known as TA. In the marketing, in the trading world, you'll hear those gurus talking about TA. It's technical analysis, but we like to keep it simple. Okay, so we just come here, look at how the market is behaving. You guys can see it's now starting to go up. So the chances are that if we take an upward trend, buy, we are likely to be in the money. You can see it's pointing up, right? And it is going up. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a buy trade. Okay, we take a buy trade and see what happens. We took a buy trade. Our decision is that the market is going to go up. Are we right or wrong? It doesn't matter. If we are wrong, we're going to hedge the trade with our second level trade, which is 2.5. Now, 2.5 is a very big chunk to this small account. Okay, if we win, we continue using level 1, and we have already defined our goal, which is 1314. Now, I did this because of the video, the training. I don't want this video to be 24 hours, but my student has the time to continue trading and get this account to whatever numbers she likes. So as you guys can see, this one is in the money right now, but it's not guaranteed yet, because anything can happen right now. There's 1 minute, second left. Okay, so there we go. We are at 1368. Our goal was 1314. So just with one trade, we are able to get to our goal. So we won that. Okay, so now let your imagination wander. This is a student who could only put in $10 in this trading account. Okay, she lives under $1 per day. Okay, so $10 was a lot of savings, a lot of sacrifice on her part. Big risk for this kid. This is like a 10-day worth of income, salary. Okay, but she was willing to put it in here so she can grow that. Now, within 1 minute, she's made whatever she would have made in a whole day's work, hard labor. Okay, hard labor, working at somebody's farm the whole day, tilling the land for a whole day. She'll make $1, less than $1. But we are showing this student that you don't have to do that. With a little bit of ingenuity, with a little bit of skill, you can make that $1 from the comfort of your house in 1 minute. Okay, so now if she continues trading using the same strategy, she is probably going to make more money than she's ever made in her lifetime. So right here, we are changing somebody's life. Okay, now I know for most of you who are watching this is nothing. Okay, you want to see thousands of dollars here. Most of you have big dreams. You are like our second student who wants to know how to make 1,100K in 1 year. Some of you, those are your goals. Some of you are way above that already, and you're looking at $1 million a year. Okay, don't we all want to be there? Okay, so we all want to be there. Join the 1%, so we can have the freedoms to enjoy our lives, our dreams. And most people, when you ask them in our community, why do you want to make this kind of money? They tell you, I want time freedom. Okay, because some people make that money, but they have to work, they have to trade their hours, they have to be tethered, they have to be somewhere in an office or somewhere, you know, in a place they don't like that much, working with other people, working with co-workers that you don't like, or having to listen to a boss, a manager, or a supervisor that you don't like. Okay, so the reason this is going to give you the freedom, okay, because you can do these trades or these marketing campaigns online on your phone, the privacy of your phone, on your own, or with your laptop, at the beach, wherever, traveling somewhere, at the airport. We took trades at the airport someday, a few months ago. I was showing you, some of you guys. We were at an airport, Doha, Qatar, and we were taking trades, okay? So, or you can go to a country, African country. We were in Mother Africa, and we took a trade, okay? We took a trade. Same thing, doesn't matter. There's internet connection everywhere. Mr. Singh is on here from Bombay, India. It doesn't matter where you are. Rodriguez is on here from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, near the beach, Ipanema Beach. He gets out of his house, sits watching the beach, getting the breeze, and takes trades. And he has tons of students that he's working with. Some of these guys, I tell you, they live under $5 a day, $10 a day, and they are able to do this, okay? So this number here is determined by where you are and what you're willing to lose. Now, some of you will come in here and start trading at $1,000. So if you had started at $1,000, your 1% of $1,000 is $10, okay? So you would have started your trade at $10. So the trade that we just took, multiplied by 10, instead of it being $1 and some change profit, it will be $19 and some change. You see, it starts making sense. You understand? So how can we get to the $400 mark? So I'm going to do the calculations for you, and I will tell you exactly how much money you need to start making $400 an hour. Now, $400 an hour means you're here trading for an hour, for example. This trade is only 1 minute. So you're literally taking 10 to 12 trades, okay, to make $400. 10 to 12 trades. So let's say I want to make $400 an hour, and I'm taking 10. Let's go with the lower number, 10 trades, okay? Okay, let's even say 12. Let's give it 10, because that means $40. I have to make at least $40 per trade, okay? I'm going to take 10 trades, and each trade should be at least $40, okay? So now, if I'm to make $40, I'm working backwards now. $40 using our strategy, $40. How much money should each trade be for me to make $40 per trade? Looking at this platform, for example, look at Pocket Option. Pocket Option is paying you at, if you're trading the OTCs, this is variable, but at the moment, you can see it's actually 19. What the payout here, you can see for $10, the payout is $9.20. Okay, so if let's say we put 100, if we put $100 here. Oh, okay, it's not allowing me because my account is very tiny. But you can see if we put the whole amount, the payout is actually $12.59. Okay, so we are looking at $40. $40, you can just multiply this by 4, for example. Let's say we put this by 4. So that means if we have 52, so $52. So let's say if we put in here $52, let's say $40 should be equal to 92. What would be 100%? So you're going to multiply $40 times 92%. That one, okay, equals that divided by 100, 3680. Did I do that right, guys? Some maths here. We want to make $40. Okay. The payout is 92%. Okay. So what should we put in here? What should be our base? So 92% is equal to $40. What is 100%? Okay, so it's the other way around. So 100% times 40 divided by 92. See, 43, about $43, about $43.47. Okay, so let's make it a round figure. Let's say $45. Okay, so my 1% of the trade should be $45. So that means if we are using the 1% trading rule, and I'm putting here $45. So 1% is equal to $45. What would be 100% of that? 4,500, right? So we multiply this by 100, and that's 4,500. Okay, so 4,500. Okay, so if I go to Pocket Options right now, okay, and we have students who are already way above this. Okay, guys, whatever I'm telling you here is not some pipe dream. This is what I see in the community. Okay, there are students who are way above what I'm showing you guys right now. Okay, but I am catering for the masses of our students. Majority of our students come from countries where they live under $1 per day. Okay, so that's why I'm giving you this tiny example. Tiny example. But we do have students here already who are way above what I'm talking about here. Okay, but the principles are the same. If you master the same concept, you're gonna trade. It doesn't matter whether you're trading $1 million, $50 million. The strategy is still the same. All you have to do is tweak your numbers based on your risk appetite. If you have $1 million that you're risking and somebody else is risking $10, like this particular student here, the amount of time is the same. You're going to spend 1 minute to take a trade. Somebody is risking $10, another one is risking $1 million. Okay. Now, the other person earns $1, the other person earns whatever percentage of $1 million is. 1 million times that. Okay, you understand? So what I'm trying to say is the amount of effort is the same. The amount of effort is the same. Okay, you're going to put in the same amount of work, the same amount of effort, the same strategy. But somebody is going to get a massive payout and another one is going to get a meager payout, but based on how much they're risking. This guy is only risking 10%. $10. The other one is risking $1 million. Because they have more money, okay, than this other person. And that's what we like. We call it variety. And we see that in the Smart Wolf Club. We have students who are way above the norm, and there are students who are down there just struggling. They're coming up, and we like that because we can help you grow your get to your dreams. And let me show you how we're going to get to this for this particular student. Okay, that's the case that I am building now. So if you've missed the gist of the story, this student has $10, okay, and we took trades just to show you that it can be done following the same simple strategy that we did. Okay, our result ended up at, after taking the trade, we are at 1368. We didn't continue trading. I'm sure we would be way above now. So we are at 1368. We took just one trade. That's all. We took one and we won, and we are out of the market. One, we won, 0 lost. Okay, so this is the breakdown of the trades. So we came in at 1276. Goal was 1314. We took a level 1 trade of $1, and boom, we won, and we're out of the market. Now, if your goals are bigger, of course, you're not going to be out of the market. You're going to continue trading. I didn't continue trading because I'm trying to explain this concept now so you guys can get out of here in good time. Because the question was, how can I make $400 an hour? For this particular student, asked me how she's going to be making $400 an hour. That is the money she wants to make. This is somebody who lives under $1 per day, but they're fairly ambitious and they want to get to a level where they can make $400 an hour. And that's all they want, to make $400 an hour and call it a day. They come in, trade for 1 hour, make 400, boom, out of the market. They'll be comfortable. They will save the village. They will save their families. They will have enough money to do whatever they want to do. $400 an hour. That's it. they want to do that every single day. Come in here, play, trade for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, but at a rate of $400 an hour. And they're starting from $10. So that was the challenge they gave to me, and I'm here to show you the possibilities. And then I'm going to show you the 100,000, which is similar. Once we master this, 100,000, $1 million is going to be easy for you to understand. So don't miss this part. Okay. So we said we want $400 an hour. We are looking at pocket option. This is a student who is trading options. Now, it will be different for one of our students who is trading Forex, crypto, stocks, but the concepts are the same. These principles are the same. Okay. So for somebody who is trading option on this platform right here, we are taking this platform because this is where the student is right now, but you can extrapolate this to suit your case, whatever platform you're using, whatever vehicle you're using, whether you're digital marketing, whether you are into crypto, whether you're into stocks, the concept is the same. Okay. So first, you have to know the payout. Okay. So we are trading the OTCs right here. They're paying out at 92%. Okay. This is pocket option. So that means you put $1, you win, they're going to give you $1.92. So if you come here and you put $1, okay, $1 there, $1, you make $1.92. That means the payout is 92 cents. So if we want to make $400 an hour, okay, this trade time here is 1 minute. Okay, so let's say you take the minimum, the bare minimum. If you are really taking, you're slow, you're taking time to analyze the market. Let's say you take 10 trades in 1 hour. Okay. So 400 and you're taking 10 trades, that means you want to make at least $40 per trade. Are we agreeing? Did we agree with that? So that means $400 per hour divided by 10 trades. That means we make $40 per trade. Okay. Now we are working backwards. So if I make, how much money do I need to risk here to trade to make $40 per trade? And that's where we came back to find out that all you have to do is multiply 40. Okay. So you multiply 40 by the 92%. Okay. No, you're going to multiply 40 by the 100% divided by 92%. Okay. So this is how much you need to bid per trade. So you need to bid at least $43.478. Okay, so I said, okay, forget about that. Let's say we just do a round figure. Let's say you $45. Make our maths easier. So let's say you're bidding $45. Okay, so every trade you're taking $45. Now, based on our strategy, which is the KISS strategy, where we use simple rules, we use our rules. Okay, so one of the rules is the 1% trading rule. So let's say we are using 1%, and that 1% is equal to $45 because we come here and we put $45 here and we trade it. 1 minute later, we make $40 profit. We take another trade, we make $40. We take 10 trades, we'll have 40 times 10, which is $400. So in that 1 hour, we took 10 trades. Each trade was netting us 40. And now we have $400 in that 1 hour. And then maybe we trade another hour and another hour and another hour, depending on how much money we want to make that day and depending on how the market is behaving. Because sometimes the market is not that conducive to keep trading for hours and on the end. So sometimes you hit your $400 and you call it a quit. Someday you're going to have to trade 2-3 hours to get to your $400 based on the market. You're going to be losing, you're going to be winning, but you're going to follow the strategy. Stick to the strategy, okay? And I've already explained the strategy. So if you're joining me now, go back and watch the video from the very beginning. Listen to the stories, listen to the mindset issues, listen to the build-up to the trading and how we took the trades. If you missed that part, because I know some of you are jumping in now and you might have missed the gist of the story, okay? The story, the details are in the story. So listen to the whole thing. You can't watch this video in the middle and think you're going to learn. Start from the beginning. And if you don't understand the key strategy fully, if you want to become a master in the key strategy, you can watch the playlist. I'm going to put it on here. It's called the Key Strategy playlist. Go and watch the entire playlist, okay? We break down the key strategy from trading without indicators to trading with indicators, advanced, and we even show you how you can use the same to trade Forex, stocks, and crypto, things like that. We show you exactly in the playlist. And if you need somebody to help you one-on-one, you can join the Smart Wolf Club and join our masterclasses. We have the options trading masterclass. You can join the masterclass where you're going to have a coach working with you, just like these students who are working with us one-on-one. Okay, they're in the masterclasses, and thanks to them, we are able to share some of these trainings for free with you guys. Okay, because we want to help as many people as possible. During the pandemic, it really touched close to our hearts, and we decided we're going to help our brothers and sisters put bread on the table. Some of us have been online for many, many years, and we have coaches from all over the world. Tajimoto is on here from Tokyo, Japan. He's been with us for over 17 years. Malemala is on here from Cape Town, South Africa. Anne-Marie is on here from New York, New York. Mr. Baker from Atlanta, Georgia, over 17 years. These guys have been trading, working together for many, many years. We have Mr. Scott from London, UK, over 17 years. We have Peter from Nairobi, Kenya, over 8 years. Ahmed from Dubai, UAE, over 10 years. We have Mr. Singh from Bombay, India, over 15 years. We have Omoses from Lagos, Nigeria, over 15 years. We have Josephine joining us from Sydney, Australia, one of the coaches, over 15 years. We have Rosemary from Toronto, Canada, over 15 years. Mary from Vancouver, over 12 years. We have Jose from Sacramento, California, and many, many. Their combined years of experience is over 1,000 years. Karinsis is on here from Berlin, Germany. She has been with us for over 15 years. So these guys have been online. Juan is on here from Singapore, been on here 15 years. Okay, so there are many, many people. So from all over the world. We have coaches from all over the world. Okay, guys, so you can join the master classes, and any of our coaches can train you because of the power of the internet. You can get on one-on-ones. You can watch the video trainings. There's everything that you need to learn the skills. Just pick your skill. Pick what you want to learn. One at a time, okay? One at a time. Take one, succeed. Take one, succeed. We recommend you learn at least 6 skills, okay? But one at a time, one at a time. So, guys, we were breaking down the 400. Okay, so now we realize, okay, we want to trade $45 here. Our bid would be $45. So if $45 is 1%, if we're using the 1% trading rules, then what should be our investment? Our investment would be 45 times 100, so 4,500. Okay, so you come here and you go to Pocket Options, and you're going to transfer 4,500. Whoa! When I say that, everybody wants to run away. 4,500 is a lot of money, especially if you live under $1 per day. That might be your lifetime savings, if you're lucky. If you work for 60 years, maybe, and most people are not going to last that long, especially if you're living under $1 per day. You're probably doing some very hard work to get that $1 per day. So 60 years of that type of work is going to really have a beating on your body. So you might not sustain that for that long. So for you to save 45, if let's say you're earning $1 per day, man, this is 4,500 days. Let's say if you're saving $1 per day, so you'll need 4,500 days to get to 4,500. So how many years are those? Let's divide. Each year is 365 days. So you need about 12 and some change, 12 years and a half. Let's say 12 years and a half. So you have to save $1 every day. Okay, if you just put aside and under your mattress, you put $1 every single day under your mattress. After 12 years and a half, you will have 4,500. Okay, and you can come and risk that here. Now, I don't think you're going to be willing to risk that kind of money here because you've worked so hard for that money. I don't think you can afford to lose it just like that. So I don't think that would be a good scenario. So that's why I'm not going to tell my student who lives under $1 per day, I'm not going to tell them to come back in 12 years and a half and see me so we can start this journey. I'm going to show them a shortcut, okay? And the shortcut is going to employ something that we are already talking about. And that something is called the compound growth strategy, which is the old power, the power that has made billionaires. One of the billionaires put it very well. He said, those who understand compound interest earn it, those who do not pay it. And most of us have been paying it because we did not understand the power of the compound. And a lot of people do that. Okay, even some of the smartest guys that hang around with you, they could be doctors, lawyers, engineers, but they don't understand compound interest. That's why they're still working their jobs that they hate most, jobs that they don't like. They're still doing things that they don't like, the shitty stuff that they don't like, that they hate, that gives them heartburn, that gives them headaches, migraine headaches. They're still responding to the bosses that they really hate. They're still working with the co-workers that they really don't like. But what do? Because they have to do it to earn a living. But if they understood the power of compound interest, then it would give them choices. And we are here. This is a journey for us. You're welcome to this journey so we can all start understanding the power of compound interest. So I'm going to take you guys to a tool, okay? This simple tool, it is free. It's a website called compounddaily.org. I know some of you, I know, some of you have heard this many times, but just bear with me, guys, okay? This is so important, but most people, it is fundamental, but most people miss this and they never get out of it, okay? So what you're seeing here is a tool that's called compounddaily.org. It's a powerful tool, guys, powerful, and it is free, okay? It is free. So go to this website, guys. I'm waiting for you. It's called compounddaily.org. And then you're going to go to where it says financial calculators. Now, when some of you see such long words, you're scared. Don't be scared, guys. This is really simple. So you're going to pick the first one here, which says compound daily interest calculator, okay? Now, if you use the free version, you'll have to put up with these advertisements, which is okay for now because we're going to get out of here really quick, okay? So my student has started trading at $10. This is a student who lives under $1 per day. My work is to help them see the dream, see the future, improve their future. That is the only task I have. When she joined the masterclass, the task is for me to help them cross to the Canaan, okay? Cross river, the Red Sea from Egypt, the slavery, from the bondage of hardships. I'm helping them cross the Red Sea, River Jordan, and eventually to Canaan, okay? The promised land, the dreamland, the Garden of Eden. So for this journey, I want you guys to come along with me. And how can you do that? Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you comment below. And I've asked you questions. I've asked you to tell me if there's any job out there that pays $400 an hour. Any job that I can find either on Indeed, ZipRecruiters, and all those recruiting platforms. If there's a job that pays $400 an hour, please, please share that on the comments below. For my community, for the sake of our community, just say, here is a job that pays $400 an hour. And hopefully it's not a skilled job like a surgeon, because most people cannot be surgeons. Lawyers, some lawyers I know, they charge that much, or financial advisors. Okay, you sit with somebody for 1 hour, they charge you $400 for just them tweaking your finances, your portfolios and investment advice. We are talking about a job that I can go to school, get a degree, and I can go and do without having to super specialize like some of those people I'm talking about. Okay, put that down on the comment section. Please do me that favor. Put it down there for the sake of our community, because I have students in here who are saying, oh, $400 an hour, I can make that. Okay, I want to see those jobs. That's my interest. I'm curious. I want to know. I do know there's people who are making $400 an hour very easily online, okay, by learning skills like what we are talking about. But I want to know outside in the job market, okay, a job, an employer paying you $400 an hour, exchanging your hours for the dollar. I want to know any job out there. I'm curious. All right, so my student is going to start at $10, okay? Our daily profit is 3%. I just demonstrated to you. And let's give them 6 months. Okay, so 6 months is 180 days. They're in reinvesting 100%. Now, these are complicated terms for some of you. Okay, I want to show my student that it is very possible for them to get to that $400 an hour concept that we are talking about. That is the question she came and asked me. She said, my goal, I'm joining the masterclass because I want to make $400 an hour. And I said, we can do it. And now we are here training and we are sharing this for free with you guys. Okay, I should be charging this. You guys should be paying me for this. But courtesy to my student, I am here sharing this with you guys. Okay, so take advantage of this. You have a piece of paper and pen. I've already shown you the things that you need. You need Pocket Option. Okay, I'm going to put the link in the description. My student is using Pocket Option. Now, if you don't like Pocket Option, be my guest. You can use any platform out there. Okay, so let me be clear, because some of you are saying, oh, I don't like Pocket Option, or I've used Pocket Option before and I don't know, you can't access them, your country doesn't allow you to do Pocket Option, because we have students from all over the world. Okay, so check wherever you're coming from. If you have problems, just use the platform that is available in your country. And if it is options is not available in your country, you can do the same in the Forex world. If Forex is not available in your country, you can do using stocks. If stocks is not available in your country, you can use crypto. If crypto is not available in your country, you can do digital marketing. If digital marketing is not available in your country, come and see us. And that's why I've asked some of my students to tell me if there's a job that you can do online or offline that can pay you $400 an hour. There are many ways of making $400 an hour. And we are going to expand this with the help of the community. That's why I'm asking you guys to comment below if there are any jobs that are paying $400 an hour out there. I'm curious. I want to help the community. So share that and we can get our members going for those jobs. Those who cannot trade, those who cannot do digital marketing, those who cannot trade stocks, those who cannot trade crypto, we can show them where to make $400 an hour. But right now, we have a student who is able to trade. She has $10. She started her journey, and right now the account is at $13.68. Started today. Today, less than an hour, 2 hours ago, this account was started, and it is now at $13.68. Started from $10. You can start trading from zero. Well, of course you can. 0 times 0 equals 0. So you have to start from somewhere. This student could only start at $10 because she lives under $1 per day. And $10 is a big sacrifice. Okay. And that's all she can afford to risk. And of course, we are here to show her that the possibilities are there. So we're going to do the calculations first, and then we're going to chart the pathway, and I'm going to show you how we're going to get there. So first, I showed you guys the KISS strategy. This is the backbone of what we're going to be doing. So I showed you exactly where we started. No stones unturned. Nothing was hidden. No cards under the table. Every card was on the table for you guys to see. We started from 1276. Why? I didn't say starting from 10, because before we started the live trading, she had taken some trades and the account was at 276. She had taken 2 trades and she had grown the account to 270 using the same strategy. Okay. So of course I had to refresh that and start at 1276. Our goal for that, the 1 hour that we're here, was 1314, and we started with level 1, and we were lucky. We took 1 trade and we won the trade, and it pushed us over the board. It pushed us above the 13.4. Now, my student could continue trading, and probably this could go higher, or even to $100, to whatever dollars. But right now, let's leave that alone, and let's go back to how are we going to make the $400 an hour. And just a quick recap, we've already found out how much money we need to have in here following the KISS strategy, which is we are only willing to use a 1% trading rule. We're going to be risking only 1% of our account to trade. So 1% for us to make $40 an hour, because we realize that, okay, in 1 hour, if our trade time here is 1 minute, okay? So 1 hour is 60 minutes, okay? So divide by 6 minutes, we have 10 trades. So let's say we take 10 trades in 1 hour, okay? That is if we are slow. We are taking about 6 minutes to take a trade, 6 minutes to make a decision and take a trade, to do the technical analysis, to look at the market, to look at the different pairs. It takes us 6 minutes, and we take a trade for 1 minute, and boom, within 1 hour, we'll have taken 10 trades. So if 400 is what we are making in an hour, divide by 10 trades, that means we are making $40 per trade on average, and therefore $40, how much do we have to risk to make $40 with this type of asset here? We are dealing with the OTCs, which you can see they are paying 92%. So that means the payout is 92%. That means if you put $1, you are paid 92 cents. Every dollar you earn 92 cents. So how much money do we need to put here to make $40? And we realize that we need to put $45 to make $40. Now, if $45 is 1% of our account, then what is the total account? The total account is 4,500. We did the calculations right here, and we realized that if $40 is 92%, what is 100% of that is 40. I mean, we realized that it was we said we made it a round figure. We said $45. Okay, so $45 is 1%, so 100% is 4,500. So we need to have at least 4,500 in here in this account. So for those of you who have enough money, you can afford to risk 4,500. Then all you have to do, you don't need to waste any time. You just need to go to Pocket Options and deposit 4,500. You're willing to risk 4,500. You can afford to lose it. Just come in here and put 4,500. And how can you get 4,500 into Pocket Option? Very simple. You can use the top-up methods where you can use, where it says top-up right here. You're going to top up. You can use crypto, okay? Crypto, there are many. You can use crypto, choose others, or you can use other methods. Yeah, you see all these methods here. You can use all these methods. You can use cryptocurrency, and some of you can use credit cards and all types of methods. You can use all types of methods, okay? Cryptocurrency is probably the easiest because it's quick to transfer the cryptos from your... Now, some of you are saying, oh, I don't have crypto. It doesn't matter. If you don't have crypto, it does not matter, okay? You can simply buy crypto, okay? You can buy the crypto very easily from the crypto exchanges like Coinbase. You go to Coinbase, attach your bank account or your debit card or your credit card and buy Tether, for example. You buy USDT. $1 is equal to 1 USDT. So you buy 4,500 USDTs on Coinbase, and then you transfer that to Pocket Options right here where it says top up. You're going to say Tether, okay? You're going to say Tether, and you're going to do 4,500, continue and pay 4,500. Okay, there you go. It's going to give you an address. Here is the address. You're going to copy that, and then you're going to go to your Coinbase where it says transfer your USDT that you just bought on Coinbase, and you're going to transfer that to Pocket Options. Voila, give it a few minutes. It may take, they'll tell you it may take up to 10 minutes processing time. So then you will see that your account has been updated with the $45, and now you can start trading, okay? So my student was able to do that, and she started with a $10. Okay, that's all she could afford to risk, and that's all she can afford to risk. She comes from a country where they live under $1 per day. And I will not let that deny her the dreams, okay? So it's just gonna take her a little longer to get to the $400 an hour. But for those of you who already have the $45 that you can afford to risk, you can come and start from the $45. Now, if you don't have $4,500, okay, those of you who don't have 4,500, 4,500 is a lot of money for most people. Now, those of you who don't have that, you can start from whatever amount. Some of you can start from $100, but I'm going to show you how you can get that to $4,500, and then you can start enjoying the $400 an hour. So, and we are using this right here. So my student will trade the $10, grow that 3% every single day. We're giving it about 180 days. Daily reinvest is 100%. That means she's not withdrawing anything from the platform. The the deposit plus the profits are compounded every single day. This is the largest, oldest power available, and we calculate that, and it's going to tell you, you can see the principal grew to 2048 by this time here. Okay, within 6 months, it has grown to 2000. Okay, so within 6 months, we already have over $2,000 in our account. Okay, by using that simple strategy. Now, this is for a student who is only growing the account at 3% every single day, like my student is doing. But let's assume that this student, you saw we took only one trade and we were able to grow that by 3%. What if we continue trading? So there are days we're going to quickly grow this account to, let's say, $100. So if, let's say, we grow this to $100 within 1 or 2 days, we have $100. So we have $100 here, and you calculate that. Now we start talking about massive, massive numbers, massive numbers. See, if we have our investment grows to $100, okay? So for my student, for example, the first goal would be to grow her account to $100, okay? So let's go back to my student who is doing the $10. She started at $10. Even if she's only coming in here and trading at 3% every single day, okay? And she grows that account to $100. Let's see how much time it's going to take her to get to $100. At this day here, day 78. Day 78 should be at $100, okay? If she's only doing the minimum, 3%. But you can see already today, she started at $10 and the account is already at $13.68. That is more than 3%, guys. That is almost 30%, 36%, okay? So this student can actually grow this. In the initial ages, she can risk more, and she is actually growing this at 36%. So if you come here and put 36% per day, my friend, look at this. It's not going to take her a long time to get to the $100. We're only curious about getting to $100. So when do we get to $100? We will be at $100 in 1 week. Day 8, guys, will be at $100, okay? So from $100, we can now cut it down. We can cut down the risk to just 3%. Okay, so at $100, we're going to cut the, once we get to $100, we're going to cut the risk to just 3%. And now we can become more moderate, less risk. And guys, look at it. At what day are we going to be at the $4,500 mark? Let's see. Very, very soon we're going to be there. On day 129, we will be at 4,528. That is magical, guys. So we're talking about 129 days plus the 1 week for us to get to $100. Okay, our goal here is to get this to $100 in 1 week, really quick. We're going to get this to $100 really quickly in the next 7 days. And then from there, we're going to cut down the tempo to a moderate risk of 3% every single day. And we're going to grow that account to, excuse me, guys, to what we can see here, 129 days, okay, 4,000. So in 129 days plus 7, which is going to make it 136 days, in 136 days, my student would have $4,500 right here. And now let's begin. That's when the fun time begins. That's when the $400 an hour is going to begin. So in 136 days, guys, boom, we are at this right here. Right here. Right here, baby. We are here in 136 days from $10 investment. Trading following the KISS strategy on pocket options. We made it, baby. All right, time to celebrate, guys. Let's take a sip of water. Now, let's see. Let me look at the chart. Are there any questions, guys? Does anybody not know how to get to $400? 136 days from $10 investment, trading, following the key strategy on pocket options. We made it, baby. The maths does not lie, guys. Okay? It does not lie. Why? Because I have seen this happen so many times in the Smart Wolf Club. Okay? We have students who start from $10 and get to this sooner than this right here. This is a more moderate way of doing it. I'm telling you. Okay, so here we go, baby. Right there, we are at how to make $400 an hour. Now, I'm imagining some of you did not expect this. Some of you expected me to come in here and just show you how you can press a button, push the button, do nothing, and boom, 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 cha-ching, 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 $400 every single hour, like clockwork. It's not going to happen. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. You got to do this part of it, okay? So you're going to need at least, if you're only putting in $100, I mean $10 to start, like most of our students coming from these countries with under $1 per day type of income, you're going to need at least 136 days, okay? That is if you are moderate risk taker, okay? Some people are big risk takers, so then this can shrink according to your risk takers. And some of them, they take big risks, they blow their accounts, then they have to start all over again. So this again could be variable depending on how many accounts you're going to blow on the way. Because sometimes some people get too risky and they're going to blow their accounts, okay? But if you're working, following our strategy, which we have defined clearly for you, set the rules, set the boundaries, you're working with the coaches in the masterclass, this is achievable under a very, very short time. Now, 136 days for some of you may sound long time. It's not a long time, guys. Trust me, if you're only starting from $10, okay, if you live under $1 per day, 136 days with the potential of making $400 an hour, man, I'll do that 10 times, 50 times. I'll do that now. I'll do that yesterday, okay, because it's going to change your lifestyle. Okay, so now let's jump into my second student's question. How to make 100K per year? Okay, again, these same students, they are all in the same masterclass, and I'm going to show you how you can make 100K per year as using the same strategy. So we're going to go back to our good old Google calculator, and we're going to break this into bite size. So 100K per year is this one here. It's 100K per year. There we go. How many zeros? 6 zeros. It's a 6-figure entry income. Okay, so you divide that by the number of days in a year. So now you can see how much you have to make every single day. Only $273. Guys, $273 is all that you need to make. Now, already we are talking about making $400 an hour. So you are way, way above this rate. So this student who is making $400 an hour, let's say they only trade 1 hour per day, multiply by 365. These guys are already at 146,000. Okay, they are way above that mark. Okay, so this student here who is talking about 100K per year, they are way, way above this mark already by just making $400 an hour. Okay, but you cannot figure that out. It sounds so impossible when somebody talks about 100K. We all think it's such a massive number, but it is not. If you divide that by 365 days, you see, you only need to make about $273 a day, guys. That's all you need. And if you have a platform like Pocket Option where you can trade every day from anywhere, on your phone, on the mobile, on the go, at work, wherever, break time, lunch time, in your toilet, in the bathroom, you can take a trade, boom, and you make your $400 if you have the right investment right here, and if you're following the same strategy that we talked about, the KISS strategy. So the goal here is to master the KISS strategy in and out, okay? And we can do that by trading and training and practicing and watching our lives every single day. You're going to learn this strategy. It doesn't matter, okay? Anybody can learn. So have we demystified this? Okay, let me just take this and just come here and make it easy for you guys so you can visualize it, because I think visualizing, so here literally 100K per year equals that per day. Full stop. That's all I have to say, guys. I don't need to say anything further. If you are there for the first presentation here where I talked about $400 an hour, you're way above this person already. If you're making $400 an hour and you only trade for 1 hour per day, you make 400 every day, multiply by 365 days, you're way above this guy here. You're already above this student here, okay? So I don't want to spend a lot of time there. Okay, let's talk about the $1 million person here. Okay, now this is a little step, not too big either. So $1 million a year, guys, $1 million a year, we're going to come here and divide that by 365. Okay, so you need to make about $2,739 per day. Okay, so now looking at our student here who is making, so this is how much you have to make per day. Okay, so if you are using the vehicle that we are talking about, trading, that means every single day you have to earn. So this equals, we're going to break this down. You need to write these things down, guys, okay? That's how much you have to make per day, okay? All right, so let's say now we decide per day, this is how much I need to make per day. So how much do I need to make per trade? Okay, let's say you take, how many trades are you going to take in the binary option, for example? We are taking the binary option example. These students are all in the binary option trading masterclass. So let's say we take the same number of trades. In an hour, we take 10 trades. Okay, so we take 10 trades. So that means if we are taking 10 trades, so if we are taking 10 trades per day in 1 hour, that means in 1 hour we have to make how much? You divide this by 10. So I go back to the calculator, which I can do it easily there, but I want to show you guys the basics. So this is how much you're going to have to make per trade, 273. Okay, so we're going to go back and I'm going to show you how much money you need to have in your account to comfortably be making this kind of money. Okay, so we're going to go over here. So we can say this equals all right, so this is how much 273 per trade. This is how much you want to make per trade, okay? Per trade, this is how much we want to make per trade, okay? 273.972 per trade, okay? Okay, so now, guys, if you recollect, if you remember, when we wanted the $400 an hour, we were making $40 per trade, $40 per trade, okay? Now we want to make 273.97 blah 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 per trade. So how much money do we need to have in our account in the pocket options? So what we're going to do, we're going to go back to the calculator now. It makes it a little interesting because now we know what we need. We're going to multiply this. Okay, we're going to multiply this by 100 and then we divide it by 92. So we're going to multiply this. This is what we want to make per trade. So multiply that by 100. Okay, divided by 92 because that's the payout at pocket options. So this is how much our trade has to be. Each single trade should be around 297. So let's say a round figure. Let's put it at 300. Okay. So let's say here, the trade amount here has to be 300. Okay. So if we take a $300 trade per trade, we are likely to make 297 per trade if we win the trade. Okay. We don't control the market. So sometimes you're going to lose, but we're going to be using the key strategy to hedge our trades. So therefore we lose break even, we win more because we're going to use the martingale also. So we are using all our strategies. All our arsenal is fired, is ready to go. So that withstanding, what we are saying is all we need to have here is $300 per trade. Now, for me to be able to take a $300 per trade using the same type of risk that we explain here, that means the $300 should be my 1% of my account. So if 300 is the 1% of my account, that means my investment here should be 300 times 100, 30,000. Okay, so I put 30,000 right here. So now I'll go top up and I'm going to say 30,000. 30,000. Okay. And I'm going to transfer money from my bank account to Pocket Options, and I'm going to transfer 30,000. So I'll say continue and pay. And it takes 10 minutes to process the transfer. So I'm going to copy the address and I'm going to go to my Coinbase and I'm going to buy $30,000 worth of USDT and transfer that to Pocket Option using this address. Make sure the address matches, because if you put the wrong address only on the transfer address, you are going to lose your entire crypto. That's the problem with crypto. You got to make sure this address matches the address you're going to input in your Coinbase. Now, if you have a problem depositing money on a trading platform like Pocket Options, whether you're depositing $10 like my student here, or you're depositing $50 or $60, guys, don't be limited by the amounts that I'm talking about. You can start trading at $10. My students started at $10. Some people are going to start at $100. Some people are at $1,000. We have students who are at $10,000. We have students who come in at $30,000. Okay, so it doesn't matter. Okay, we are all very different. We have students from all over the world. We have students who live under $1 per day, and we have students who make $1,000 per minute. Okay, so we have all kinds of students. Okay, so the students will tell you, yes, I have this 30,000. I don't mind. I can risk it, and they'll put it right here. And their goal is to make $1 million by the end of the year. And we say, welcome. We show you the numbers. You like the numbers, let's get started. And we follow the risk. The same risk that applies to a $10 account is the same risk management we are using for this big account. Okay, it's just the levels are different. Okay, our trading level is different. Whereas we are taking a $1 trade, we will be taking a $300 trade with this type of an account. Okay, instead of me trading $1, I'll be trading $300 because my account is 30,000, and my goal is to make $1 million a year. And my goal is to make, let's break it down to daily. Okay, right here, how to make 1 million per year. I've already broken it down to you guys. 1 million per year is the same as 2,739 and 72,60274 per day. Okay, so if I'm only available for 1 hour and I take 10 trades per day in 1 hour, then I want to make $273 per trade. Okay, now this is meaning that everything is constant. That means I come in, I take 10 trades, and each trade is a win. Okay, which is not possible. Someday you're going to lose, guys, trust me. But the key strategy has the provisions that allows you to recoup your losses and also hedge your losses. If you follow the strategy, then you can easily be profitable. Okay, so we have 273 per trade. Okay, 273.972 per trade, guys. Okay, that is what we are looking for. That's what we want to do. So for me to make this type of money, it's not easy. Okay, it's not easy for me to make $273.97 per trade with a $10. No, I'm going to need to put at least $300 risk, $300 per trade. So if we go back to the trading account, we've already deposited our 30,000. Okay, so our 30,000 is sitting right in here, comfortable in this platform right here. Now Guys, don't be limited. This is Pocket Option. Okay. Some of you have other platforms. It's okay. Whatever you have, make sure you have that amount of money there. Now, make sure they're paying you 92%. If they are not, then you can request, get to the support, tell them they should pay you 92%. If they can't, then you can come to Pocket Option. Use the link in our description. Now, if Pocket Option is not available in your country, you can use whatever platform you have. Whatever platform you have. Now, if options are not available in your country, you cannot trade options, you can use the same concept to trade stocks. And let me know in the chat box if you need me to show an example like this using stocks, Forex, crypto, because we do this in our masterclasses. Okay, you can join the masterclass if you want a shortcut. Okay, the coaches are going to help you streamline this process for you. They're going to work with you. You're going to work your targets, and you know your numbers. So once you know where you're going, once you know your route, the route that you have to follow to get to your destination, it becomes easy, right? You already know, make a left here, turn left, speed here, slow down here. There are bumps here. There's turbulence here. There is storms here. There's rocky. This is rocky road. This is a smooth. Speed limit here is 75 miles an hour. Speed limit here is 55. Speed limit here is 40 miles an hour. So you know all this, then you can be able to chart your path to success. Anyway, so I have 30,000 here. My trade here is going to be $300, and I'm going to take only 10 trades, okay? And each trade I should make at least this amount right here, $273 minimum per trade, okay? And I'm going to take a minimum of 10 trades per day, okay? Now, if I lose a trade, that means I may have to make up for it. So someday maybe I'll trade more than an hour, or someday I'll trade less than an hour, okay? Depending on how the market looks like. And some days maybe I come and lose. Then the next day I take more trades and win and recoup my losses. But the way the key strategy is designed is to hedge your losses, just like the hedge fund managers do it every single day. They do not close any trades in losses. They don't close a day in a loss. No. No, 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 no. All right, so here you go. Now, are there any questions? Let me see if there are any suggestions, guys. This is a point of discussion that I want to open to the whole community, guys. Let's start thinking. Let's doing this. Let's start doing this. And so for those of you who are still wondering, how can I put $30,000 in here? Guys, you don't have to start with 30,000. Okay, let's go back to the compound calculator. For a student who starts with $100, okay, let's say for those of you who are starting with $100, if you put here 360 days, 1 year, give yourself 1 year. You start at $100 and daily interest is 3%, okay, using the key strategy. I showed you how you can easily do that, and give yourself a year and you reinvest 100%. That means you are not withdrawing any money. So you trade today, your winnings plus your investment stays on there. Tomorrow you're going to trade at a higher level, the next day at a higher level, and it keeps building up. That's what we call compound growth, compound strategy. And the billionaires understand this. One of them told you very clearly, those who understand compound interest, they earn it, earn, E-A-R-N, earn, they earn compound interest. Those who don't understand it, like me and you, we pay compound interest. And that's why we are poor, because we pay compound interest. And I'm refusing that. We are refusing that in the Smart Wolf Club. That's why we form the club, so you guys can join us, and together we're going to walk this journey and get ourselves from Egypt to Canaan, through the Red Sea, through the jungle, through the Jordan River, the crocodiles and the alligators on the way, the snakes. We're going to walk the walk to Canaan, the promised land. We are all going to the promised land. And with that, let me show you how you can start. Let's say you started from $100. Give yourself time. Give yourself a year, for example. 3% daily interest. Calculate. Guys, look at what day are you going to be at 30,000, because we want to have 30,000 on Pocket Option. Look at day 193. Less than 7 months. That is just about 6 months and 10 days. Within 6 months, if you're consistent, you're focused and confident, you are going to be at 30,000 on day 193. Let's put that down here for $100 student. We have students who come in and they start with $100. So for $100 student, $100 deposit, $100 deposit equals 30K in day 193. 30K in day 193, which is about 6 months and 13 days to be exact. So you scramble up, okay, you save $100, you deposit $100 on Pocket Option using the link in the description, our link. They give you a 50% bonus, so you're literally going to start at 150, even lowering this further, reducing this to probably just 6 months, okay? And you do this yours faithfully, following the key strategy that I've already shown you. And if you don't understand it, you can go and watch our playlist. Binge watch the first, second, third, fourth video every day. Watch the videos. You're going to learn the key strategy. It's going to become part of you. We have a deliberate way of presenting those things. You watch it, practice, and do exactly what we say. You get comfortable, you start trading. And now if you need our help, you can join our masterclass where we talk and sing and live this every single day. Or you can come and join our lives every single day. We have different coaches going through the live trading every single day. Okay, so just subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, get on the live trading. Don't miss any of them. Be part of the team, okay? So here you go. You have $100 deposited, and you want 30K in day 193, okay? So $100 deposit is equal to 30K in day 193, which is about 6 months and 13 days. Guys, this is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. You can take this and run with it, guys. You can run with this 10 times, okay? Now, once you're at 30K on day 193, welcome to the $1 million per year club. Okay, this is the $1 million per year club, guys. With 30,000 up here, $1 million is at your fingertips. Okay, because now what it means, let me go back to the explanation. If some of you are joining me now and they're getting lost, that means I can take this number of trades per day. I can take 10 trades per day in 1 hour if I win all the trades, and I'm making at least 273.97260,274 per trade. Guys, that means I trade for 1 hour and I leave the markets. I go do what I like. I go play golf. I go have fun. I go cook if I like how to cook. I go pray. If I go to church, I volunteer, local fire station. I go play golf. I go have fun. I go gossip, whatever you like to do. I go sleep. I go play video games. Whatever you like to do, you go out and do it. Okay, so you take 10 trades in 1 hour. Each trade is 273 because you can afford it. You have 30,000 deposited. You're only risking 1% of your account. 1%, following the key strategy. Very, 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 very moderate risk taker. So here you come and put 300. Okay, it doesn't allow me because the account is small. It's my student account. She started at $10. The number looks really small, but guys, you can't believe it. This is more than 36%. Right here, growth in 1 single day. So we are not even following the 3%. So we are 12 times that, okay? So $300 here, boom, you take the trade, you win $273 in your pocket, okay? That's all you need. So you just take one trade, $300, boom, $273, get out of the market. But if you want to trade more, you can trade more. Next day, maybe you don't have to trade. You know, you can tailor make the way you want it. It's not cast on stone. But I'm just showing you how possible it is to get to that level, guys. Now, if there are no questions, I think we should end the training here, and I will see you in our next live. But before I go, 3 things you have to do. Subscribe to the Smart Wolf Club channel. Let's grow this channel and share this info, this particular training. Share this with the people that you love, people that you care about. because this can change somebody's life. Okay, the danger is that it can change their life. Okay, for the better. Okay, the possibilities are well explained. Okay, the possibilities are well explained right here. I have broken down this. I've taken so much time to break this down so that you guys can understand it. Okay, so make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, and of course, don't forget, guys, if there is a job out there that pays $400 an hour, let me know. Leave that in the comments below. If there's somebody there who has a job that pays $400 an hour, leave a comment below. We want our members to get those jobs. Okay, I know there are members here who want that type of a job. Okay, they don't want to trade, they don't want to learn digital marketing. They want to work for somebody, and they are looking for $400 an hour for a job. So if you have a job that pays $400 an hour or above, please leave a link or leave that in the comment below, or leave your contacts below. We will contact you. It doesn't matter where you're from. We have students from all over the world, so it doesn't matter which country you are in. But I hope it's nothing illegal. This has to be something legal, guys, because we don't want to involve ourselves in anything crazy, shady, or illegal. No, this has to be something legal. Okay? Verifiable and honesty. Now, before I end this trading, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure for those of you who need to learn this even further, deeper, we can join the masterclass where we break down all these strategies, and where you want to work with one of our coaches from all over the world. We have coaches everywhere. I've mentioned them many times. You can join the Smart Wolf Club and sign up for the masterclasses that you like. Whatever masterclass you like, you can sign up for it, and our coaches are gonna take you through this journey together with the other members of the Smart Wolf Club. With that, guys, I come to the end of the training, and if there's anybody who has a question, who needs further clarification, are there any doubting Thomases? If there's any doubting Thomas that this cannot be done, please hit me up. You know where to find us. You know where to find us in the Smart Wolf Club. You can join our social media handles. There is those of you who like Telegram, there is a Telegram group that you can join. Those of you like WhatsApp, there's a WhatsApp group. Those of you who like Facebook, there's a private Facebook group you can join. Those who like Instagram, you can follow us on Instagram. Those of you who like emails, writing emails back and forth, yeah, you can send an email, info@Smart Wolf Club, and our coaches are going to reply. Trust me, we are very busy, so it might take some time before somebody replies, but they must eventually reply. They will eventually reply to you. It might take a day or two, but they will reply to you guys. So let's end it by saying a word of prayer. In the belief of the power of the Almighty, we pray that whoever is going to implement this training will be successful. May the markets be good to us. May the digital marketing world be good to us. May the online environment be stable. May it be good to us. May we all succeed online. In the belief of the power of the Almighty, we pray. Amen. Guys, thank you for being with me for that long. And I thank you for your patience. The master teacher says, blessed are those who are patient. And that ends our training. I'll see you in my next live, which comes up the next day. See ya. Goodbye.